Setting is taking control of your second offensive contact in a volleyball game. Today I'll be teaching you your footwork, form, positioning, finish, reload, and setter's dump. First we'll start with your footwork. There are many different types of footwork. There's the one-step, the two-step, the three-step, and the one-step turn. First we'll start with the one-step. The one-step is very simple. It's simply one step with your right foot, just like that. One step with your right foot, just like that. Now we'll move on to the two-step. This two-step is also very easy. It's one step with your left foot, and then another step with your right foot, and your right foot will end slightly in front of your left foot. So one step with your left foot, and then your right foot slightly in front of your left foot. Now we'll move on to the three-step. The three-step is used to get you from place to place. It's one very large step with your right foot, and then a smaller step with your left foot, and then a really small step with your right foot. And your right foot ends slightly in front of your left. So one large step, and then two small steps, just like that. Then we'll move on to the one-step turn. The one-step turn is used to change the direction of the ball. So if the ball's coming at you from this way, and you need to put it that way, you'll take one step and push and turn. So one step, push, and turn. Now that you know your footwork, we can move on to your form. Your form is your hands. Your hands need to be in a triangular position just like this, so they can grip the ball. Just like that. And they should be resting right about at your belly button, like mine are right here. Now that you know your form, we can move on to the positioning. There are two things to know when you're positioning yourself. Your body positioning and your ball positioning. First we'll do the body positioning. Your feet need to be about shoulder width apart, and your knees slightly behind your toes, and your hips bent just like mine are. And your hands are sitting right at your belly button in the form that we talked about earlier. Now that you know your body positioning, we can move on to the ball positioning. The ball positioning needs to be slightly under your forehead, just like this. You don't want the ball to be too far in front or too far behind you, because that could just lead right to chaos. Now that you know your positioning, we can move on to the finish. The finish is the final product. So as you're contacting the ball, you're going to push it out, and you want your hands to stay up just like this. Just like that. So you're going to push it out, just like that. Now that you know your finish, we can move on to the reload. There are two things to know when you reload. Why to reload and how to reload. First I'll tell you why. The main reason why you reload is because digging is your number one priority, and setting is your second priority. Now I'll show you how to reload. When you reload, you simply backpedal over to your spot, and then you put your feet in shoulder width position, and your knees slightly behind your toes, and your hips bent, and you have your hands with your palms up just like this. Now you're ready for any ball that comes your way. Now we'll move on to the setter's dump. There are three things to know when you setter dump. When to setter dump, where to setter dump, and how to setter dump. First we'll start with when. You want to set it up anywhere between right on the net and 4 feet off. If you're any farther off, it could get a little crazy. Now I'll show you where to set it up. You want to set it up in the right front corner, the right back corner, the left front corner, and the left back corner, or right in the center of the donut. Now that you know when to set it up and where to set it up, I'll teach you how. There's the one hand throw down with your left arm, standing on the ground, or you can jump and throw with your left arm. And then there's just the simple two-hand pushover when you drop your right shoulder, just like that. Or you can hit the ball over. If you're right-handed, you want to contact the ball out in front of you. And if you're left-handed, you can contact it more above your head or out in front of you. It doesn't matter. Either way works. And then there's the very tricky setter dump. This one is where you have two hands up just like this, and at the last second you turn your right hand and simply tip the ball over. So you have two hands up just like mine, and at the last second you turn your right hand and tip the ball over. Now that you know your footwork, form, positioning, finish, reload, and setter's dump, You can make that sensational set. Thank you. Any questions?
Let's have questions.
Yes?
How long have you been in volleyball?
The question was, how long have I been in volleyball? Probably like for 5 or 6 years.
What position do you play?
The question was, what position do I play? I'm a middle blocker.
So is all of these positions ingrained in you as a middle blocker?
The question was, do I know all the positions? I don't have all the positions as well as my own, but yes, you have to know all of them to be able to play your own spot.
All this fancy footwork and hands, so on and so forth, is important in your position as a middle blocker.
The question was, is this all important to me? Yes, it is, because if the setter takes the first ball, then it's my responsibility to take it, the second contact.
You're letting her off easy.
Any other questions? Thank you.